I'm in my zone, I'm feeling it. Stop blowing my buzz, quit killing it. So buy another round and try to shut us down about an hour ago. But we still in this bitch. We still in this. We still in this bitch. We still in this. We turn the shit up loud and buy another round and try to shut us down about an hour ago. But we still in this bitch. Pull up in that automatic cook up. Be rich, pull up in that rooster till we wake the fucking hood up. Got all these pounds of ganja, I work out, I'm doing push-ups. Bobby Banders in the building, pop that pussy, throw a foot up in the air. One time for a nigga like me with a squad like this, with a team so strong and the flow so cold, ain't nothing but some bad bitches in my clique. What's up, Eastside? What's up, Eastside? We in it big. They think they seeing me, but they ain't seen shit. Girls on the pole yelling make me rich. Girls on my shows wanna take my pick. Yeah, we can do this here all night. Can't tell me nothing, can't tell me shit. All in my zone, all on my own. Open that pack, rolling that strong, and we still up in this bitch. Won't turn down, won't go home. Yeah. I'm in my zone, I'm feeling it. Stop blowing my buzz, quit killing it. So buy another round. They tried to shut us down about an hour ago, but we still in this bitch. We still in this. We still in this bitch. We still in this. Yes, turn the shit up loud and buy another round. They tried to shut us down about an hour ago, but we still in this.
I got big wheels on my ride, spent about 6 meals on my ride. You kept me swerving all of your side of town, but my bitch don't kill my vibe. On blow my high, just blow my guy. I'm so paid, I'm so fly, your baby daddy did respect me, black it eye. That no lie, I'm on my square, blowing circles in the air. Her that purple, I'm a boss and you a worker. Listen here, boy, don't make me hurt you. You want trouble, I got plenty. How you want it? Fully semen. I'm so rich, so all that fuckboy shit you kick it don't offend me. Don't get killed off in it, bitch. I spend meals all in this shit. Boy, it been 11 years of this shit. Look at me now, still in it, bitch. Yeah, I stand tall, no can't fall. You pussy ass nigga can't touch a G. See me, don't speak, ain't nothing G. I'm in my zone, nigga, don't fuck with me.
I'm in my zone, I'm feeling it. Stop blowing my buzz, quit killing it. So buy another round. They tried to shut us down about an hour ago, but we still in this bitch. We still in this. We still in this bitch. We still in this. We turn the shit up loud and buy another round. They tried to shut us down about an hour ago, but we still in this bitch.
J stay in the club, me and all my niggas. All these bad bitches, all this free liquor. Surrounded by so many women, one of these hoes might be your wife. She looking for a nigga that's ballin', so tonight might be her night. You know me, I stay stunned, low-key, I threw tuition at Onyx. Flip money fast like Sonic Rich, nigga, I speak Ebonics. Got a new car, I pay cash, got a new crib with a weed lab. Chris bills, I need that. Fuck your team with a freak set. 100 deep in VIP, niggas always hate. I came in with a bunch of goons and I'm leaving out with this lady. I got your boo in my boo, got a Jeep out to swallow my babies. My system loud, my weed loud, no hair clippers, I'm faded. Trippy.
I'm in my zone, I'm feeling it. Stop blowing my buzz, quit killing it. So buy another round. They tried to shut us down about an hour ago, but we still in this bitch. We still in this. We still in this bitch. We still in this. We turn the shit up loud and buy another round. They tried to shut us down about an hour ago, but we still in this bitch.
I actually went to Soulfest as
Now how you gonna tell me you don't love me no more?
How you gonna tell me that? You hating on this paper chase? Shit don't even sound right. What, you want me stuck in the ghetto? Listen, I'ma get out. And you know what? I'ma come back and reach for the niggas that need to be reached for. Cause you niggas is slipping. I hear the streets talking funny shit, so I laugh. I'ma keep talking funny, I'ma keep talking money. Yeah, you know different types, what? The yens and the pounds. Hey, nigga just for spite, push the Becky when I taste I'm dripping in ice, yeah, I still be uptown. Harlem, I hear him kicking up dirt on my name. So what? But I can clean them up like detergent. children on the stage. One church, I be my mom, we got birdies on the cane. Easy. Respect my mind or respect my grind. Cause what? Going to the bank when it's check signing time. Okay. It's Tito Ball when it's jet flying time. Clearport. And we so cold, we the set fly down. Dip set. The bitch is funny, I'm talking about life. Yeah. It was Sunday to Sunday on New York's chilly nights. That's right. And we was hungry, nauseous for a bite. Okay. The world's apple pie, of course we want a slice. Yeah.
You gon' tell me you don't love me no more. Cause I'm out here getting this bread. Tryna get my mama a crib. Tryna get about the ghetto. Now how the hood talk about they don't need me no more. Cause the motherfucker push that GT. It's a problem tryna take that from me. Cause I'm back in heavy metal.
I heard somebody speak my name, but death was next to it. Pray for me. My next breath was let's do it. Got me running through the game with my vest, I'm my best shooter. Who's next? Best of that VVS, me your best shooters. Nigga out of the lane with shit, he gets chewed up. Get him. And I'm trying to kill the pain with like 2 slots. You just say money ain't a thing till I blew up. The money's everything, but the thing can break the truth. Where did love go? Where does that leave us? Where we at? They holding grudges on how they receive us. And so they judge us on how they perceive us. Hate to see a thug nigga with the phone features. Secretaries that Condoleezza. Yeah. Cash first, secondary we use the visa. Blast first, never worry about police cuffs. You even leave us or you free us. I need money.
You gon' tell me you don't love me no more. Cause I'm out here getting this bread. Tryna get my mama a crib. Tryna get about the ghetto. Now how the hood talk about they don't need me no more. Cause a motherfucker push that GT. It's a problem tryna take that from me.
Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing.
Can you hear me?
Hear you loud and clear. Alright.
Your mic was a little loud, that's all. And your headphones is up. I see.
Alright. Turn my volume off. Mark your phone over here.
The other one, it's the extra phone. You see the other one?
Not
Nope.
over here.
Alright. I was just coming over here to do the mic check right quick if you was.
Yeah, I got you. Testing, testing, testing. Oh, let me do the video check. Turn this video on.
Check one, check one.
Yeah. See you, hear you. Heard. Alright, 7 My Radio on Facebook, 7 My Radio on YouTube. Both going live in less than 5. Just gotta pull up my credentials so I can get ready to share it. And I think I'm gonna share it from Cooper to Cameron. No, I'm gonna share it from you. Granny need to stop texting me. Sending me Facebook recipes every 5 minutes. Alright. For some reason this camera control thing, it's always pushed back like the cords is tangled. It's good right now.
The charger.
Oh, thank you.
Alright.
I'll be pushing it back after the show, that's all. I'm be wanting to get weed on it when I'm rolling up.
Yeah. I had the buttons jammed up.
All of that type shit.
All right. Turn this camera off. Get this ready. All right. So the only thing I'm doing differently is, well, because you already set everything up right on Facebook. Only thing I'm doing differently is just clicking go live from Facebook and then going back to Wirecast
And just doing everything, and then because it's already just start the sequence of starting the intro and stuff. What you do?
The 7 My Radio page just say content is available. Did it log you out,
Oh wait.
or is it open in another browser? Good turn.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Warning.
What up, though, y'all? We back with another episode of the Ladies Room. We got a guest in the building, and we got somebody that's out today. I know y'all see these seats. It's not filled like they was last week, but it's okay. It's okay. Haley is out. She's sick. We all take sick days. And we got Mark in the building.
What's the word?
We got a very special guest, my cousin. We got Glanisha in the building.
What up, though?
And tonight we gonna talk about the benefits of marijuana. I don't know the percentage, but I know a good amount of people in the city, you know, be high for good reason. For good reason. So I did a little bit of research because I don't want to misquote. For those non-smokers, I don't want to misquote and get it misunderstood. So I'm gonna start with a couple of facts just to let y'all know about the benefits of marijuana. And this is not me trying to convince nobody to smoke, and I'm also not a doctor, disclaimer, but I did do my research. So marijuana is made of two main components, and that's THC and CBD. CBD is found in medicinal. That's the doctor prescribed ones with CBD, and it's not gonna be no THC. THC is what's used to get you high, and CBD is more so to relax you. So that's just like a general definition of it. But I wanna ask y'all, how y'all feel about marijuana being called a drug?
I guess I don't mind because technically it is a drug, I guess, by the definition of what a drug is. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you know, I don't put it in the same category of, like, of course, medical over-the-counter drugs, mm-hmm. number one, and then, you know, the hard street drugs. You know what I mean? The man-made drugs, the chemical-based drugs that aren't natural, that don't come from the ground. Okay, and I don't throw cocaine out there because I know it comes from the coca leaf, but it's a whole lot of processing that goes along with that to get it to the state that it is that they use in the streets, whether it be a boy or girl. You know what I'm saying? Make a long story short, but yeah, I don't mind it, but you know, to say that you know, to call me a drug user, you know what I mean? That puts it into the category I feel like as the hard drug user. You know what I mean? The narcotics. This is not classified as a narcotic. So yeah, just know the difference between what this is and what that is.
Okay.
Right, I agree. I feel the same way. By the technical definition, sure, it's a drug, right? If we go by the dictionary. However, it is natural. It's a plant. It's a herb. And I feel like anything that, you know, naturally comes from the earth and that does not include any chemicals isn't really a drug.
Now we know that there's, you know, some processing that goes, you know, into but the process is just the process of drying it and curing it to the state that it needs to be for us to consume it the way that we consume it. When we say process it, it's not you know, adding any, you know, I want to say unnatural chemicals. I mean, I know it's, you know, a lot of additives or whatnot today. I'm not a chemist, so I don't know all of the technical names and terms, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's, you know, at the base of it, it is what it is. It's a plant, it's a herb, like she said, and shit. It's not a, you know, a man-made from the base, you know, drug that's created for a specific purpose, like an ailment. This wasn't created to solve an ailment. It just does, you know, naturally. Isn't it? You know what I mean? That's not what it was created for. It just does it. You know what I mean? So different than man-made concoctions that's put together for a certain, you know, solution per se that causes other problems that needs other solutions. Shit like that's ridiculous. But yeah, so that's why, like, this is not that.
Right. And even when you talk about the process, right, of drying the plant and the herb. I mean, you're literally turning them upside down, hanging it, and letting it dry out.
Yeah, letting the chemical, the not want to say chemical, but it is like, because it's a natural, you know what I'm saying, letting the chemicals within it soak into the leaves, you know what I'm saying, if I'm understanding the process right, you know what I mean. So that's the process. It's not processing and adding chemicals and heating it up and drying it and cooking it and yeah.
Give me the ingredients. I got my pen right here ready. But no, I was a little shocked about finding
Yeah, share my herbs.
I was a little bit shocked to find out that marijuana was considered a drug, because I thought a drug was like something that was mixed in the lab, you know, with the baking soda and, you know, Mark gonna give me the rest of the ingredients. But the only thing I can see and why it would be considered a drug is the fact that it can be addictive. Any drug is addictive, whether it's an over-the-counter prescription or, you know, lab made, or, you know, marijuana.
Yeah, I guess that's another element of what makes something a drug is its addictive properties, you know what I'm saying? But again, you know, it's not addictive to the point where you have withdrawals, right? It's not a chemical. You don't develop well, some people may say you develop a chemical dependence on marijuana, you know what I mean? Some people have even gone to rehab, right, for bud, but you know, it don't have that much of fucking effect on me and shit. I don't see myself having to go to rehab for no fucking blunt.
Right.
I don't see myself going to rehab for a blunt.
I mean, even when we talk about addiction, anything, right? You can be addicted to anything. You can be addicted to food. You can be addicted to sex. Mm-hmm. You can be addicted
to working out.
Right. You could be addicted to working out. You could be addicted to work. You could be addicted to anything. So, you know, but again, there's, you know, it's not chemically processed. It comes from the earth.
Yeah, and that's what made me think it wasn't a drug, because it's not chemically processed. Now, I mean, nowadays they are adding the little additives in it, which I do not prefer. But real quick, I just want to shout out the comments. Hey, T-Vaz. And then Kaya, she said, hey, Rashawn. Kaya said addictive and hallucinogenic. And Petty said he definitely have weed withdrawals.
This nigga's stupid, man. Don't listen to Petty, man.
But no, it's real. It's real. Because it's addictive.
Don't listen to fool.
It's real.
Nigga Petty. His name is Petty. Like, don't listen. No, that's my dog, though.
I don't know. I feel differently about it being addictive. I think if you take a tea break or a tolerance break, you're definitely going to feel a certain way.
Yeah.
But I think when you
caffeine,
exactly just like caffeine. But I think when you think about cannabis as, you know, as medicine, which it is, even though we enjoy it, right? If let's say, okay, if your doctor prescribed you Xanax or Ambien or any, you know, big pharma drug, and you get off of that drug, you're going to have some sort of withdrawals.
Yeah.
So the same thing, if I don't take my medication,
it's medication.
It's definitely medication, no matter how much we enjoy it. But if you don't take your medication, of course, you're going to feel something, right? Our bodies tend to get used to things that we consume on a consistent basis or things that we consume frequently. And if you wean yourself off of those, you're going to feel it.
Let a motherfucker don't get their chitlins on Thanksgiving.
If I ain't got my dressing.
Let a motherfucker don't get that. Like, some people eat, they got to have White Castle burgers, right? They gotta. If you shut down White Castles, niggas in Detroit will have a heart attack.
Coney.
Absolutely,
right. So, you know, yeah.
Petty. I see your comments.
This fool said I pinch puppies like this.
I needed my morning blunt.
Listen, you need your medication.
I do identify with what he's saying and shit is fine. And then, like you said, you know what I mean? If you take anything away from me that I'm used to, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a problem.
Exactly.
And that's a good example to use, because it just made me remember, like, when I was in the hospital, I had 2 C-sections with both my kids, and of course it was a surgery, so they naturally prescribing, you know, the strongest pain pill they can find. And I don't know what the milligram was. I don't want to know, but I was high as
you like it.
Giraffe, and I told that lady, don't bring me no more of that, because I ain't trying to walk out of here addicted. I was only in the hospital for 3 days, but I felt like I was slipping into an addiction, because that high was just like, man, what? Best sleep I ever got. I was like, don't give me that no more. I'm not. I tolerate the pain. I tolerated that pain because I didn't want to be addicted.
But see, that's where cannabis comes in handy.
Okay.
Right? It is great for pain relief.
Yeah.
Man, listen.
Without going through the things that people go through when they take opioids, right? And chemical pain relievers.
Yeah.
I never really subscribed to weed being a painkiller because I never experienced it. I guess I never had a pain that weed would solve. But with me having what my doctor said as not migraines but cluster headaches, when I started eating mushrooms, I found that they're non-existent now.
That's the power of plants.
So now I understand. Maybe for some people, you know what I mean, this can have the same type of an effect as far as, you know, a pain relief.
It's real. Let me tell you this. I actually do have migraines. Not as much as I used to, but I actually used to be on a bunch of different pain medication for my migraines. All right, I was going to my neurologist.
Have you ever tried mushrooms?
I have. I love to microdose. Sporadically, but mushrooms are great as well. Yeah, but you know, I was on Nurtec and that was working until it stopped working, and then my neurologist put me on sumatriptan, and I had a terrible allergic reaction. My throat was about to close up. It felt like my body was on fire, and this was in 2020 when I actually grew my own weed for the first time, and I grew. I had this mystery seed. Didn't know exactly which strain it was, but it was a purple plant. And one day I had, you know, going through my migraines or whatever, and I literally took like 3 puffs, and my migraine was gone. I said, why am I taking this medication and going through all of this different stuff, paying, you know, all of these copays to go to my neurologist, when I could just smoke my weed?
Who ain't got a real answer for real.
Exactly. Don't have an answer. And real talk, ever since, not, you know, now that I've been just using cannabis to treat my migraines, even now, like I really only get them like every once in a while.
You probably need to eat mushrooms more. So when the doctor fucks up, all right, you take him to court for what? Medical malpractice.
But he practiced medicine.
They're practicing. That's my whole point.
Exactly. I say that all the time. They practice.
Okay.
It is
they
not
don't. So they
exact.
don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're experimenting on you with everything that they're giving you to see. Because guess what? Even if they do say, we know the cure to the cold or something, right? Everybody is chemically different, so she may need a different solution than another person may
Everybody
need.
can't tolerate it.
Exactly.
So they have no choice but to practice with these man-made chemicals and concoctions and shit to try to figure out what's your blend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not, fuck that.
Exactly.
And everything that's above the ground came from something that's below the ground. All of the sicknesses that we have come from something that's here on the earth. You know what I'm saying? The solution to all of the problems that are here are here. Every problem that's on the earth, the solution is. So, you know, whether it be, you know, whatever kind of issue that is that you have, a sickness, whatever, it's a plant, it's a herb, it's a bean, it's a fucking strain of grass, a goddamn something that's gonna solve it, fix it. Just gotta find out what it is.
For sure. No, I wholeheartedly believe that. I believe that God definitely put everything on earth that we need for the most part. Yeah. And it's also, too, you know, when it comes to sicknesses and diseases and, you know, illnesses, a lot of it, too, is what we consume and what we eat. That's another thing. Like,
That's where
a lot of stuff can be solved by changing your diet and by, you know, being conscious about what you consume. You know, they put a lot of BS in the food that we eat. They spray it with chemicals. You know, they spray it with pesticides.
Like the core of all of the sicknesses that we have in our body, period, come from mucus.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know you probably know about Dr. Sebi. I ain't got to tell you got dreads and shit. I ain't got to tell you
The stereotype, right?
stereotype. You ain't got to tell you nothing about. So you understand, you know what I mean? And then the thing about it is, like, I just had a conversation with my homegirl Osa, who just left. I seen a ad on Facebook about a concoction, a herb concoction that you eat, I believe, or drink or whatever it is, and it what it does is it breaks the bond between the mucus and your lungs. It gets cleans your so, and I showed it to her, and yeah, like I'm like, yeah, get that shit and bring it here and shit. Bring me that stuff. Cause yeah, it's like everything. It's a solvent. It's a cure to everything and that we have. All of our sicknesses is a cure to it.
For sure.
I'm looking at the comments. Patty talking about bad weed give me migraines, and he said bless you, Mark.
Yeah, I see that now. I wasn't even reading the comments. I seen that.
Patty said God put this here, and then check out Yaki.
Yaki.
What up, Joker? He a student of Dr. Sabi. Okay. Okay, I'm about to hit y'all with some more facts that I googled. Okay, this is strictly off of Google. But so like I was saying, it's THC and it's CBD. THC is what gets you high. CBD is more like for medicinal purposes, like oils and drinks and stuff like that. But it's 7 proven benefits of cannabis. One is lower blood pressure. It has been proven to lower blood pressure, reduce inflammation. It has been used to prevent relapses, or CBD more so. It treats anxiety. It has treated GI, gastro diseases such as IBS and IBD. It prevents seizures, and it also prevents cancer, alleviating effects of chemo. So, and these are all things that have been proven to work. They still don't want to, I mean, it's legalized, but it's still like restrictions on it. Obviously, THC is still frowned upon, but CBD is part of cannabis. So it's like diet weed. It's like weed light. Yeah. CBD, yeah.
CBD, yeah.
It's yeah.
It's like people, I got edibles. And it's like, yeah, it's CBD. I'm like, what the?
It's more for relaxing and not for like the high of it.
Well, I will say, and
no, that shit ain't. I don't feel that.
In small percentages, you can get high. It's kind of rare, but if you use a full isolate,
I would probably need to drink a pint of CBD and shit to feel the buzz and shit like that.
He said CBD is vegan weed.
Yeah,
vegan weed.
Yeah.
Oh, that is funny.
That's a good way to put it.
But it is great though, especially I like to sometimes smoke and also consume edibles that do have CBD in it.
It's girl weed. There you go.
It's not about it being girl weed. Like it still has benefits.
Yeah, it's girl weed.
Yeah, but I would say too, if you ever get too high, take some CBD. It will help to bring you down.
Damn. I don't even know if I've ever had that problem.
Yeah, like if you ever, have a weed panic attack, or you had too much, or you had an edible that got you real messed up, take some CBD,
okay,
and you will be all right. Drink some water. You can also chew on peppercorns too, and that'll help bring it down.
I always just go to sleep.
I mean, and there you go. That's the easiest thing. And that's another great fact. Nobody has ever overdosed
on weed
or died from weed.
You can't overdose.
The only thing that's going to happen at the most part is you're going to take a good nap.
You're going to take a good nap.
And who doesn't like a good nap and good sleep?
And so Cito told me I had a panic attack. So we did say it's not for everybody. Everything is not for everybody. Some people like cocaine, it's just not for everybody.
Damn, everything certainly not for everybody.
But and then Patty said I never been too high of weed. I have. And she said, where do you get peppercorns from?
It's literally just it's pepper, but you see like the pepper where you gotta like turn the thing. Turn the grinder. That's all it is. Yeah, it's just pepper.
I accidentally buy when I'm trying to get black pepper.
The fancy pepper, basically. The bougie pepper.
The Salt Bay pepper and shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's the bougie pepper. The bougie pepper.
Yep, just the bougie pepper.
She told me I was praying to God. Yeah, I have seen people trip out on weed, and it's just not for everybody. It's definitely not, especially edibles. Edibles, I feel like go into your bloodstream a little quicker.
Right. I always just tell people, pace yourself and find the right strain. It's about the right strain. It's about the terpenes. Once you find what works for you, like, it'll be good.
White people pepper.
White people pepper.
Weed gets into your system quicker than eating it. Eating it is definitely a slower way of consuming it.
Oh, no, I said it backwards. Yeah, you're right. It's
the only way you can fucking consume weed quicker than smoking it is fucking injecting the shit. Like, that ain't the only way.
Not shooting up weed.
Right, not shooting it up. Well, you can dab. Right, you can dab, and you're definitely gonna feel it faster.
That's still smoking it.
Well, yeah, that's still
it's just in a different form of
still right. It's just a more heavily concentrated form. Yeah, you can do that, and they do have the weed patches, which I've tried, and I love them. If you want to be discreet, you literally, it's almost like a birth control patch, or like
the one that's make you stop smoking.
Or like the ones that make you stop smoking nicotine. Put it right on. It's a company, I think it is Michigan based, called Mary's Medicinal. But I love the weed patches. If you want to not smell like weed, even though I don't care, I feel like I don't care, whatever. But
or edibles.
If you don't want to
smell like weed too.
Right, and same thing, or edible.
Well, that's what mushrooms are for. If I don't want to smell like weed, I would fucking eat 2 grams and float through the day and shit.
Hey,
that's 2 grams.
Yeah, that's what I do that every day, like type shit.
Wow.
I'm there now and shit.
Cito said a whole pepper. Oh, okay. She said, man, I said never again, but patch. Folks told me try indica. I heard sativa was like the more chill one. I don't know.
That's really a myth. The whole indica and sativa thing is really more about the way that the plants are structured. They like to say that indica makes you tired or gonna have you stuck to the couch, and sativa keeps you up. But it's really about the terpene profile. Like, I've smoked hella sativas that I end up being sleepy. I've had some indicas where I'm up, I'm creative, I'm productive. So it's more about the plant structure.
Well, teach us something then.
He said indica is in the couch.
In the couch.
That's what they say.
Sativa,
but it really depends. Yeah, it depends on the strain and the terpene profile.
I can't say it's therapeutic. It's been proven to be therapeutic as well. It prevents nausea. I can vouch for that, and also prevents chronic.
It prevents nausea.
Mm-hmm.
Or it helps with nausea. If you're feeling nauseated, smoke some weed.
Yeah, I used to actually get nauseous a lot, and weed helps. Hangovers and acid reflux. I used to legit take Zantac because I had bad acid reflux, and when I started smoking weed regularly, knocked that shit right out. And I haven't had to take Zantac since.
See?
Yep, that's how I feel about the mushrooms and the headaches. And like what they said, should just take Tylenol because I can't take aspirin and shit. So take Tylenol, and I'm like, yeah, that shit. Tylenol headache is. I'm not about to be popping Tylenol every fucking day and shit. So yeah, I start eating. I mean, that ain't the reason why, but I noticed, I'm like, I don't even have the headaches no fucking more. Like what? Like non-existent. I used to have it sometime like 2-3 times a day and shit, and it'd come on and it'd be about 15 minutes, hard as fuck. I remember I used to drive Uber. I remember one time I had to pull over and shit. I was like dizzy. But yeah, I don't even have them no more.
It's the power of plants, man. I'm telling you.
You know what? Why they don't got weed commercials to be like?
Because it's
not federally legal.
You know what you just said? You was like, yeah, I had a headache. You just had a story. It was like 3 puffs. I was good. I'm like, hangovers. Where's the commercials for this, man? And then they advertise all these different medicines that have so many side effects. Like,
exactly.
You might as well just deal with whatever pain you're going through before you have to risk a chance of having these side effects.
Right, death,
she said,
heart attack, stroke, all type of side effects. And then it's like they give you a pill, then you turn around and need a pill for whatever that pill costs and another pill.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
It's a mess. It's a hot mess.
You get a pill for a headache, but it causes back pain. Now you gotta take one for back pain that causes nausea.
These holistic plants, these holistic, remedies that we are finding out about will turn the medical industry on its head and bankrupt their asses and shit. That's the reason why they don't want us knowing about it. You know what I mean? Because it's just like
it'll put them out of business.
Do you think what was I going to say? The mechanic shops. You think they actually in business to keep your car fixed? You think that's how they make money, or do they make money off cars being fucked up?
You are right, because I cannot tell you how many times I've got something fixed, and not even just from a shop, from a street mechanic, where I done got something fixed that was tied to something else. Like, y'all,
now you gotta come back. You came for one thing.
I came for a battery, and now I need an alternator, or I came for an alternator, now I need a battery. Y'all didn't tell me that they go hand in hand. Like, y'all knew I was gonna be coming back. I could have got the 2-for-1 deal. Cito said, how much of the shroom do you take?
Who said that? To me?
Yeah, in the comments.
I mean, anywhere from 1 gram, 2 grams. I mean, last year on New Year's, I ate 7 grams, 7
Oh my God. that was a trip. So how was that trip?
What do shrooms make you feel like? Because people do have a misconception of shrooms, which is to me like another non-man-made plant.
I would say, I would say that I've done like 1 gram, and I'm feeling like, wavy and nice. Like, I like to do a little nerdy shit. I like to like do like 1 gram and go to an art show and an art exhibit, like pictures, the art is like popping, and nice. But I think the biggest amount I've ever done, which was actually by mistake, I didn't even really know.
By mistake.
This was like the first time, my first big trip, but I think I did about like 3 grams. And
you made a mistake.
Listen, but you know what? My very first time, I took a little bit and I didn't feel anything.
Okay.
I end up just smoking weed, like whatever.
Okay.
So, what was it? New Year's 2020. I was stuck in the house. I had COVID. So I'm like, F it. But this is my time. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and, take a real trip or whatever. But it was a very interesting experience. The art, on the walls was popping. But I kept like going outside, wanting to come back. I was feeling a little bored.
Just wanting to do something and shit.
Exactly, wanting to do something. But then I remember like my ex and I, we couldn't look at each other for a little bit. It was like every facial expression was exaggerated. I could see like every fucking wrinkle.
Like a cartoon. The sidewalk cartoon draw.
Yeah.
What is it called?
But then I got mad emotional.
Like Ren and Stimpy had them. It'll be like
exactly. Yes. That's how I was looking. Like, I couldn't look at the bananas. You know how the bananas be having like little spots on it.
You thought they were moving or something?
Not that they were moving, they just look ugly. My dog started looking weird. I'm like, oh man, like this is crazy. But then I got super emotional. I was calling my best friend like 11 times. And I'm just like, I miss everybody. I love everybody. I miss my nieces. I miss my nephews. I started crying, but it was like a happy cry. It was like, I was just like loving everybody, just mad emotional. But it was cool though. It was cool. Except and this is what I did learn though, and I didn't know. They say you are not supposed to take mushrooms when you have caffeine in your system. And I had caffeine in my system. So I couldn't go to sleep. I was up to like 6 a.m. And that's why I love weed, because at the end of the day, you're going to have a good sleep. I don't like anything that's going to have me up all night. So that part I didn't like.
If y'all want to call in, the number on the screen. I'm looking at the comments. Cito talking about, oh no, I'm cool. Pics waving at me. Hell no. And then Cito says, sound like when they do the close up on SpongeBob when he needed water. No.
That's what I said. SpongeBob, Ren and Stimpy, same thing.
Right.
I have a fear for the one SpongeBob episode when they had the little when SpongeBob was babysitting the caterpillar that turned into a butterfly and they zoomed in on it. I am scared of butterflies because of the episode, because it wasn't a butterfly. I'm I do not fuck with butterflies. I could look at a picture of them.
Man.
No, but see, like, you know, people be scared of them because of what they hear about them. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm gonna eat a mushroom and a fucking pink unicorn gonna float across the goddamn, like, and that's, you know. Now you do have hallucinations. There are visuals.
Yeah.
As it's called, right? And then the open eye visuals is kind of what she already spoke on. It's kind of how, you know, the colors is vivid and popping. Everything is 3D. You know what I'm saying? Your depth of perception is like, shit is further away. Look further away than it really is and shit. So when you look at the sky, oh my God, I love the like in the summertime, man, like. That's the best time to eat them to me. Like, I love being by the water, and it's like, you know what I mean? But because, like, it looked like Mario Brothers. The clouds all 3D. It's like, now I see why they came up with the Mario Brothers. Flowers and mushrooms. They was telling me something and shit. They were telling Mario shrooms and the potions and shit. I mean,
Even think about Alice in Wonderland. I believe that whole shit was about shrooms.
So then the closed eye visuals, you know what I'm saying, is more so what the hype is all talked about. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's almost like the best way I can describe it, and it's not always like this, but the best way I can describe it is like when you close your eyes, it's like picture a kaleidoscope and you flying through that motherfucker. It's just like, you know, colors and shapes and just, I mean, some shit you can't even, I don't even know if you call them shapes. Some shit you can't even describe. It's like shit of not this world. You can't even, this, like, mushrooms let you know that, like, it makes you feel like we are small as fuck in a huge ass universe. It makes you know that there's something else out there. And shit, it has to be. The shit that you see and how you feel like and how you think, like, that shit really connects you with the universe. That's all I can, best way I can describe that shit.
It's another dimension.
Yes, you definitely have outer body experiences and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and that's kind of part of it is like, it's like if you could put shadow work in a drug.
Yes.
Basically.
I was gonna say that too.
And it forces you to do shadow. Like, that's the reason why some people can't handle it, because they don't take accountability for their life and shit. You know what I mean? And mushrooms will put a mirror up in your motherfucking face and talk to your ass about the shit that you need to be talked to about and shit.
No, for sure. That's why you deal with
that's why some people don't like. That's why some people love them, because that's why I know. Like, when people say, oh, I love mushrooms and shit, you know what I mean? Oh, you a good motherfucker. Your life is in order. You know what I mean? Your spirit and all of that type of shit. Versus somebody, oh, I can't fuck with him and shit. Yeah, you something wrong with you.
Because you don't want to deal with yourself.
You don't want to deal with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you can't deal with yourself. You ain't honest with yourself. And that motherfucker going to talk to you about all of your bullshit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And make you feel like you need to feel to correct that bullshit. You know what I mean? That's what you can't handle.
Right.
So it's like, oh yeah, my anxiety had me trip. Yeah, it's just making you think about all of the, you know what I mean? Making you realize who you really are.
Yeah.
Type shit, you know what I'm saying? It's shadow work. It forces you in your mind. You can't escape it. It'll make you think about that shit. And like,
I agree. It makes you. It's pretty much like holding up a mirror, and it makes you sort of meet yourself. Like, I've definitely had experiences on shrooms where my ancestors were talking to me and basically let me know, like, yeah, you need to work on this, you know. And again, it's definitely like a mirror for sure. And if you're not ready to deal with yourself and, like you say, do that shadow work and sort of, you know, dig within and ready to make improvements, then you might not want to do it. But I think it's definitely beneficial. I think everybody honestly should try them at least once. Once or twice, for real. You'll be a much better person.
Real quick, because it's funny. They talk about that SpongeBob episode. Hey, that episode was creepy. And then, hey, Patty said Mark see everything in 3D anyway.
Yeah, I got damn too. You know what I'm saying? I do.
Let you know we think we ain't what we think we is. And see, don't talk about my anxiety too bad for this shit. He said it humbles you. You think about the shit you don't want to think about. I can't handle some shit sober, let alone high. I feel that.
But it can also help you, just like weed, with your anxiety as well.
So is it,
if you don't, I'll say this: if you don't want to deal with the visuals and all of that, just microdose. Do about a half a gram.
Or there's certain strains like so the penis
just like weed.
Yeah, the penis envy ones is hallucinogen, right? Then you got Hawaiians that do the same thing body buzz wise. But they don't have the hallucinogenic properties, you know what I'm saying, to it. So yeah, you have different strains that do different shit. Like you got some that's aphrodisiacs,
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the I can't even remember the name of it. But then like another one that a lot of people eat, like a lot of people like to eat golden teachers.
Oh yeah,
and them the ones that just like make you think, you know what I'm saying? It's really more mind stimulating.
I don't know what you talking about right now.
You know, I'm just saying it's different. So what I'm talking about, the different strains of mushrooms that do different things.
Oh, okay.
So golden teachers is a strain that does this. Penis envies is the ones that I always eat. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the Hawaiians. I like the Amazonians. They got the Louis Vuittons. I'm about to get some of them.
Okay, you put me up on. See, I'm not as well versed in mushrooms. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's just like weed, different strains, and you have to figure out, what exactly, what's your intention. And I definitely do believe in whether it's, shrooms or cannabis or any other plant-based, plants or herbs. It's all about the intention and what exactly you're trying to do, whether you're trying to heal something, target a certain ailment, or whether you are doing some spiritual work, right, or self-work, or you're trying to, look within. It's about exactly what you're trying to do.
Another thing that I kind of think about a lot is like how, just like liquor, just like a pain pill, marijuana can be, it's a temporary help. Yeah, it helps with your anxiety, but for how long? For a few hours, and then you got to do it again. So that in that aspect makes it addictive, because you want to keep getting out of that feeling. You're going to keep doing it.
Yeah, I mean, and really, I guess if you want to solve the anxiety, then you solve the problem in your life that's causing the anxiety, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
But the good thing about this as a solvent is this shit grow out the ground. I ain't got to, concoct no fucking man-made chemical and shit, and keep going out somewhere to, get this shit can grow in the backyard if I really wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I can't grow no peel in the backyard.
I think it's also about a combination of things, right? Like if you're trying to help yourself with anxiety, I know for me, like I used to have really bad anxiety and panic attacks, but for me, a combination of cannabis, shrooms, doing yoga, doing meditation, prayer, working out, exercising, like I'm good. I haven't really had anxiety the way that I used to in a very long time. So, but you got to figure out what works for you. Everybody's different.
So how do you, I don't know if this is, I don't know how to word the question, but basically I'm trying to say, like, it's certain people who use marijuana for recreational, like just because they just want to be high. But then there's people who actually use it for, pain, anxiety, whatever they got going on, nausea. What do you, is it a difference in the user? Like, basically what I'm saying is, like, the ones who using this recreational, are those the ones who addicted, and the ones who using it for pain are not?
No, I don't think it's about, like, who's addicted. I would even say this, right? A lot of people who use cannabis recreationally, right, they tend to be, more chill, more relaxed. They may not necessarily know or realize, right, that it's medicinal, but it still is. Just because you're using it recreationally, or just because you may smoke when you're out at a party or whatever, doesn't take away from the medicinal benefits of it.
Okay.
But even think about, what is it, Uncle Snoop once said in an interview, right? Like, you get a room full of motherfuckers that's smoking and drinking, somebody liable to get into a fight or whatever, but you get a bunch of people smoking some weed, they gonna be cool. Ain't nobody beefing. They gonna do some cool ass shit.
Yeah.
And why? Because it is medicine. It's medicine. Whether we enjoy it or not, you cannot take away from the medicinal benefits of it.
I definitely agree with that. It's definitely a difference. I've been to just the most recent thing I went to was the most recent thing I went to was a weed bingo, and it was just like everything was like the prizes was like marijuana products or cannabis products, you know, the edibles, the paraphernalia you need, and it was just calm. It was cool. Everybody was chilling. It wasn't like, it was a good vibe. It was a good time. But then I've been to parties where, you know, it's majority drinking, and it's definitely somebody arguing, somebody upset, somebody somewhere doing the most. Like, it's definitely a difference.
For sure.
Alcohol is, to an extent, man-made. I mean, it comes from potatoes, but
right.
they add some other stuff to it.
I'll even say, like, today, right? Like, I'm PMSing, so I got a text. It kind of irritated the shit out of me earlier. And, you know, I took a little minute to respond. I didn't want to pop off. So I hit my weed pen, and then I was able to respond, you know, in a more calm, cool way. I didn't use any curse words. And everything was cool. But thank you to cannabis.
Yeah.
I didn't have to cuss nobody out today.
It's definitely certain things that I feel like people who are under the influence or, you know, high for that matter, I feel like it's people who react differently when they high and when they not. It's like, it's people who I know who would have flipped out on certain situations, and then I catch them when they high, and they be like, dang, you ain't tripping about that.
Right.
You must be feeling good.
Listen, I'll even say, when I was married and I would have an argument, if I smoked, I could definitely, like, I could listen better. I was way more thoughtful, a lot more empathetic and compassionate. And again, like, I could have a conversation without letting my emotions and my ego get the best of me. Like, it definitely makes a difference.
Looking at the comments real quick. Patty tomorrow, I'm recreational. Well, I'm both. And alcoholic spirits. I heard that before. The alcoholic spirits, when you drink, you let.
That's why they call it spirits. That's what it is. You know, that's what it is. And then when you talk about drinking, I mean liquor per se or spirits. I mean, it's just crushed up grapes. So you're talking about wine,
right?
So it's
vodka come from potatoes, but don't they add something else to it?
I think.
I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, of course they add something to it.
I mean, beer is bread and
like, you can't just squeeze no potato and get vodka out there, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's something else that they put in it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is it rotten potatoes? I don't know. Because that shit nasty.
It's like
not
potatoes.
rotten potatoes.
It's not rotten, but
it's nasty.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go back to a comment that Cito said. She said, I'm a control freak, so not being in control is something I can't handle. And that's real. That's real. And that's one thing to know, because there's people who smoke or drink or do whatever drug of choice, and they can't control themselves, but they still do it.
I think it's, again, just about pacing yourself, right? Like, you don't have to just immediately go all the way in. If you have a low tolerance, you ain't got to smoke the whole blunt or smoke the whole joint, or you ain't got to eat the whole edible. Take a piece, take a couple puffs. And that's what is really great about cannabis, and specifically with smoking. You know, you can be in control more. Like, you're in control. You don't have to smoke the whole thing. You could take a little bit, see how you feel, you know, put it down.
You take a pill and you go wherever the fuck that pill take you.
Exactly.
You can't stop it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Same with edibles, though. You can't stop it. You don't know when it's coming.
Yeah, you can't stop it. You don't know when it's going to hit. But if you start really small, you know, then you see.
That's all. I knew one of y'all was going to say it. Like, just don't eat all of that shit.
Exactly.
Patty said, I can't do a little bit of nothing, and that's
and that's why he's petty.
Tina said, I don't like the shrooms and smoking because I don't like the hair rush high. I need a body high.
It ain't no
It's
head
back
rush.
to the strain. The
What's the
strain
body
and
high?
what you doing.
You wanna just like your body to be numb type thing. I don't know. Let me know.
Maybe she just don't like the head high of it. She need the body high. And again, that's what she probably need to eat Hawaiians, not penis envies. Or Anavisions or any other, or Louis Vuittons, any other hallucinogen ones that's gonna give you the head high. That's not what she needs. She need the Hawaiians, or the there's a couple of other strains I can't come to mind right now, but I know quite a few.
I think I did hear too that the like the the head of the mushroom. I think is that about like that's where you get the head high and then like the stem is the body high. I've heard.
I've heard that as well, but that's not what I've experienced.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've ate fucking 2 grams of all stems and shit, and I'm yeah. So yeah, it is same shit.
So, the number on the screen, if y'all want to call in, talk about y'all outer or inner body experiences. And I appreciate everybody for commenting. Shout out to y'all for watching.
Coop with the smooth jazz V98.7 voice and shit.
I had pinched nerves.
You took it back.
Shut up. He said I had pinched nerves
And see, that's what I was gonna say. That's where cannabis comes in handy. And here's the other thing too.
I don't know that
If you're worried about feeling the head high or even the body high, you can also use it as like they got weed lotion, weed cream. I got some weed.
I have weed
shea
soap.
butter.
Yeah,
they got soap. But I got some weed shea butter that I love. You know, when I get my migraines, I don't always just smoke it. I literally put some of that weed, the weed shea butter on my temples. Shout out to the pastry queen. And like it gets me together. Even when I have cramps when it's that time of the month, rub some of that, you know, like on my stomach, and I'm good to go. And sometimes if it's not for that shea butter, I'm out of commission. So again, you don't always have to smoke it or eat it. You can literally, you know, rub it on you, whether again it's a lotion, a shea butter, or even the oil. I've even used the CBD oil as well, and that works really great. So if you're somebody that doesn't necessarily want to get high, you could use the products.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Like, so do it actually give you a buzz when you rub this shit on you, or just you just notice the effects?
It just you notices that pain is gone.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what I was. Rashawn said best high is runner's high. Yeah.
Oh yes.
You do get a rush from that for sure.
Yeah, it gets that dopamine going.
People feel like caffeine is a high. Caffeine don't really do nothing for me.
Shit, we can take it back to what we were saying earlier. Some people feel like food is a high. Some people feel like sex is a high. Some people feel like
they get a rush.
Shit.
Right.
You know, all kind of dumb shit is, you know, about
video games.
Look, some people think eat toilet tissue is a high.
What? Who is out here eating toilet tissue? Like, first of all, everything that got high as hell. Toilet paper costs too much to be eating it, okay?
It do. It do.
Listen.
She eat toilet paper. That's why I said
this shit. Blame it on my mom.
Wait a minute.
Look,
okay, you got to explain.
That's
what's with the toilet paper? What is with the toilet paper?
We gonna fight. I can't explain it. I really can't explain it. I know it's called something when you have like a non-nutritional craving.
Yeah.
I picked up the craving when I was pregnant.
I was just about to ask you that. Like, did it happen when you were pregnant?
Yeah, and I just never stopped.
So wait a minute. Like, how many pieces or how much are you eating? Like, I need to know. Like,
I don't know. Like, I ain't eating a whole roll.
So what you do? You just go and like pull off a couple pieces. You just chew it,
right?
And you actually swallow it.
It's certain.
It's stocked up in there, right? I have to time Coop when she in the bathroom. Make sure the she in it.
Cap.
Wow.
Let's cap. No, dang, what was I saying? No, I I only like Scott though. Scott tissue, yeah.
Scott is the shit. Oh, that's my brand. Yeah.
Oh, you eat it too?
But then, wait a minute.
Ma'am.
Now I got more questions. You use the really thick one?
No.
Cause I'm gonna say if you eating that, like,
no,
you don't be choking.
no, not the thick one, the thin one.
Okay.
One ply.
Wow. Okay. One ply. Wow.
Way to change the subject.
Right.
I wish I had to zoom in, buddy. So I can zoom in on Mark over there.
Man.
Look at our song with the emojis. Blame it on my mama. My mama had the same craving that she just stopped eating like 7 years
She
ago.
get it from her mama. Ain't that
From my mama. That's true.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. But people have weird addictions, you know. But I'm not eating a whole roll in a day. No, it's way less than a roll.
Wow.
I reassure you of that.
Catch Coop in the motherfucking closet with a toilet paper roll with cheese and shit.
Right.
All right, mama Tina, she said, "Oh, you eat Scott's tissue too? See, they coming out the closet."
Oh my God!
Like, this is really a thing.
No, she just said I love Scotch. Don't be trying to throw her under that bus and shit. She ain't say she eat it.
She ain't denied either.
No, she ain't give her time to deny it.
No denying means it's true. All right, so Tina said I started eating tissue when I was pregnant with her, right, with me.
Like you a tissue
I did
baby.
not stop until I had my appendix out in 2014. For some reason, I hated it, you know. So maybe
wow.
I might have to get my appendix removed so I can stop.
Imagine going to your doctor though, like, yo, doc, can you take my appendix out so I can stop eating tissue?
I did tell my doctor I was eating tissue, but I never told him that I stopped. So maybe I need to let him know. But
you stopped eating it?
No, that I didn't.
Oh.
That it wasn't just a pregnancy craving.
Oh.
Wow.
My daughter about to be 3.
See, yeah, she said she don't eat it.
See, don't throw her under that bus.
Way to change the subject, Mark. He gave a thumbs up, like, oh, okay, cool.
We went from cannabis to toilet paper.
We was talking about addictions, though.
Oh, well, there you go. Is it down? Hey. Back to you and shit. Now, do you consider that an addiction that you have there with the toilet paper, ma'am? Hit the crickets for yourself and shit. Hit the crickets for yourself. Cause is that?
Yeah.
Feel like you're addicted to toilet paper?
Oh, like, okay, addiction is like you just can't stop, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how often do you eat it though?
She's still intrigued. Come on, like once a day.
Once a day? Wow. So this is daily.
I'm gonna say once every other day.
Every other day?
Crazy part is, like, ever since I met Coop and shit, she been talking about this documentary she want to do on me and shit.
You know what? We gotta talk about
You need to be on the guy. You need a documentary about your motherfucking ass. That's what we need to talk about, this toilet paper addiction and shit.
Scott
like,
is the best. All the other tissue tastes like perfume.
Whoa. Look at this motherfucker.
They spray it with Febreze or something.
Wait, so you didn't like try to
She got her preferences and shit.
Right.
Like,
but I guess that's the thing that worries me because some of them do have dye in it,
Scott
right?
Don't have no flavor,
and different
yeah,
chemicals and
that
stuff.
I just like the
y'all
texture.
particularly should be worried about. You know what I'm saying? Anybody.
Yeah.
I just like the texture.
Okay.
Well, I'm used to like quilted.
So let me ask you something.
Oh man, we changed the subject on another episode.
Yeah.
This the next day, y'all. This ain't the same episode.
Because we done went left and shit. How long we done been on here? So you said you don't like Southern toilet paper because it tastes like perfume, the fragrance or whatnot. Mm-hmm. So let's say if they had like motherfucking Dorito flavored toilet paper, you probably go crazy. Huh?
Why would they make a Dorito flavored toilet paper, bro?
For you.
You gotta think.
For people like you and all the pregnant folks.
That's special. That is special.
If they had Dorito flavored toilet paper, would you eat it? You probably go crazy on that Dorito flavored fucking toilet paper with Cheetos and shit. What it feels like?
That don't sound too bad.
Oh, look at
Listen, they putting the Cheeto flavor in everything now.
Yes.
Every meal is like
how about
Flamin'
they
Hot.
making every color, every different flavor Cheeto? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When we was coming up, we just had cheese.
Right. That was
Now
like,
these motherfuckers got goddamn peanut butter and jelly Cheetos. Like, what the fuck do we need a peanut butter and jelly Cheeto?
I'm gonna have to say it the other way around because no, I'm gonna say no because of the other way around. If it was a freaking tissue that was Dorito scented, no. So the other way around, no. I'm just thinking about it backwards. So
You wouldn't wipe your ass with a Dorito scented tissue.
no, I'm not wiping my ass with a
You
Dorito
would definitely
scented
eat
tissue.
a fucking Dorito scented tissue. Yeah, you definitely see. Look at the smile on her face and shit.
The wheels is turning. Nah,
Look at
they
it.
wouldn't even do that. So that's just too off the wall. Just too. Them cinnamon Cheetos. Cinnamon Cheetos?
What? Now that sounds nasty.
What's happening?
Speaking of, since we on the subject, I gotta try that
We
Snoop
talking about
Dogg,
munchies, y'all. That's how it goes.
Snoop Dogg and Masterpiece cereal that I got.
Oh, yeah,
Up there.
yeah, you
Definitely gotta try. it.
Right. You gotta let me know how that
We
is.
gotta try that.
I fuck around and crack the
Yeah.
box open and shit.
Documentary coming soon. We got some stories to tell.
Oh man.
But this was a good episode. I thank everybody for tuning in. Thanks to our guests.
Who be holding out on the guests and
Thank you
shit? She
for
can have this
having me.
motherfucker loaded up if she want to and shit.
With guests,
Mm-hmm.
man, people be literally. I done had so many people that were supposed to come on the show that just last.
Oh no,
minute
next week
tell
we should have we should be loaded up though, because like I said, I posted that stat yesterday.
Last week I got somebody. I mean, what
I mean,
am
but she
talking
can come
about?
back
Next
too.
week.
I mean, you know, shit, however.
Yeah. Next week I got
Yeah, I would
somebody.
love to.
Yep. Next week, I got another guest coming in. See you later. You want to try some flaming hot pretzels? Oh yeah, I seen the flaming hot pretzels.
Really? I
Well,
haven't seen
Petty, you
those.
on the cigar room, so you on the male version. I'm just sitting here because I'm here and shit. It's my studio, but this is the ladies' room and shit.
Try look around the room. Y'all see these empty seats? We
Yeah.
need these seats filled. So
One
y'all
of them
make
got
sure
my
y'all
foot in
tell
it,
a
so they'll
friend
let you
or tell
know.
a friend. We gonna go ahead and get out of here. I appreciate y'all and thank y'all for tapping in.
And thanks for having me. It was a great conversation. I definitely appreciated the shroom conversation as well because I learned something new. Learned a lot of new stuff, a lot of new information.
Yeah. Thanks. And we out.
Now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7